Alright guys, calm down, you make me nervous. Yo, listen up! Today, we're going to be learning about some velocity. Come on, guys. Right here, we're going to be seeing some derivatives in action. Velocity! $997, $998, $999, $1,000. Oh, hi there. You just caught me in the middle of my exercises. After I'm done exercising, okay, let me just tell you, my hotness is off the charts. But let's say right now I'm 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and I like to stay in cool rooms to match my personality. So, this room I'm in is about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's say, after about 45 minutes, my temperature drops down to about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. How hot would I be in 20 minutes?
Newton's law of cooling states that the temperature at a certain time t minus the temperature of the surroundings is equal to the initial temperature minus the temperature of the surroundings times e to the power of kt, where k is the rate. Tristan said that at 45 minutes he somehow managed to lower his body temperature to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The surroundings are 65 degrees, and he started off with a dry marker and a temperature of 120 degrees. So you need to find k, so you do a bunch of magic and plug it into the calculator, and I'm about to do that. Alright, so now I set up the entire equation where I plugged in all the variables, so now we can find everything! Alright, at this point, we set up the equation and we simplified and we found k. So after you find k, you have to plug everything in again. Just cut. Okay. So after we found k, we plugged it into the equation to find for t at time 10, and then you simplify, and we found out that after 10 minutes, Tristan is 106.208 degrees Fahrenheit, which I do not believe is actually possible without him dying.
Okay, everybody. Here is how you sketch a curve on a graph, okay? Let's say we have an equation y equals 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus x. No y-intercepts because they're mainstream, okay? So, here we have our axes. Before we actually start plotting points, we would find the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and then any point where the derivative equals 0. So then you know whether they change from positive to negative or negative to positive. Now it's your turn, Logan. Apply.
Is this how you do it?
Not even close. Do what I told you.
Okay. I think I'm starting to get it right.
Not even close, okay? How about you find the intercepts and the derivatives first,
Alright,
okay?
alright, I'll try again. Go. Alright, it's good this time. It's good, right? It's good.
No!
God damn it! Go. I don't think this is right at all.
I don't understand how you graphed that.
I don't know. Interviews with Newton.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sir Isaac Newton, the founder of calculus. And This is one of my hot interviews.
So, Mr. Sir Isaac Newton, if that's your real name, why did you develop calculus when you know that the majority of high school students everywhere hate math?
Let me tell you, that cannot be farther from the truth. In fact, there are a great number of students who do enjoy calculus. The number that do is about equivalent to the graph derivative, of course, of y equals 5.
Are you aware that the derivative of that graph is equal to 0?
Yes, I am.
Then what is your point?
My point is you just used calculus to prove me wrong.
Yes, but I didn't enjoy it.
You didn't enjoy it, but you
all.
learned.
No, not really. I did not learn a thing from that except for your...
You did learn a thing from that, you just used calculus.
No, I think you are incorrect, sir. And did you know that the class average grade for calculus this year has been around a D or C?
That means there's room for improvement. If only those students knew the prerequisites to their class.
Well, maybe they did, but there was just something wrong with their learning beforehand.
Something wrong with their learning beforehand. Well, then they should have paid attention in pre-calculus.
Pre-calculus is the bane of my existence.
Pre-calculus is the prerequisite for the class.
It is the prerequisite of my death.
The prerequisite for... Did you know that great people never actually die? They just approach infinity.
Is that why you're here in 2013, sitting in modern society with us today, sir? Because of calculus.
It's not because of calculus.
Aha! Nothing is because of calculus! Are you saying this, sir? Right. Yes, you
Yes, indeed. It is not because of calculus that I am alive, but because of calculus that I can prove it. Yes, very good. Mrs. Ashby, what are addition?
A prerequisite for the class!
Mrs. Ashby, I don't know how to find the derivative.
That's a prerequisite for the class!
Is it a prerequisite? How is that a prerequisite for the class? It's calculus!
It's a prerequisite for the class.
Okay, Mrs. Ashby.
Don't question it.
I'm sorry. Mrs. Ashby, I don't remember how to multiply.
It's a prerequisite for the class!
It's not helping me! You ask her another question, I'm too scared.
What is a logarithm?
A prerequisite for the class!
Where's the bathroom?
A prerequisite for the class!
How is it helping?
A prerequisite for the class!
You know what else is a prerequisite for the class, Miss Ashby?
What,
Brushing your
Tristan?
teeth.
So, Mr. Isaac Newton, if that's your real name, are you aware that the majority of all high school students despise you for developing this math you call calculus?
Math I call calculus. Let me tell you that there are a great number of children who enjoy calculus, okay?
Such as?
Such as, let me just give you an estimate. X to the 4th plus x to the 3rd plus 2x squared plus 5x. The derivative of that, as x approaches 0, is how many enjoy it.
Can you give me an estimate of what that function
Oh
would
wait, I
produce
screwed
you?
up. God!
So, Mr. Isaac Newton, if that's your real name, are you aware that the majority, I would say 95% of high school students despise you for coming up with this math you call calculus?
Oh, let me tell you, your numbers couldn't be farther from the truth. There are a great many children who do enjoy calculus. They're about equal to the derivative of the graph of y equals 5.
There is no derivative to that graph. It's just 0.
0 is still a number, my friend.
Sir Newton, I think you have just infuriating the entire high school curriculum just by coming up with something. You made everybody mad.
I did not infuriate the curriculum. I enhanced it
You
with
did
my
not-
brain.
No, you just made everybody really angry and sad. Did you know that the class average grade is probably around a D for calculus?
How about